So earlier in the year, I showed you the play PA wide receiver in, which is a great play. It's got the wheel route against zone. It's got the unbumpable B route, which you can pass lead to the inside. It's got a nice drag route. We can put our running back on a wheel. And the X route was kind of like the X Factor. It was a route that I was throwing kind of as my last resort. I liked all the other route combinations that we had, and then I was just throwing this if I rolled out to the right or if I just stood in the pocket. I liked how it would go through the middle of the field, especially against zone defense. But today I'm actually going to show you a much better way to throw that X route, and it actually improves the play, I really think, tenfold. It makes this play extremely hard to stop. But we're actually going to look at it out of double flex wing out of the Packers playbook, again, because this has read option, which is very effective, and it's also got the halfback dive, which I also showed you earlier in the year. So if you take a look at the play PA dig, it's got that same route as the PA wide receiver in. Now to set this play up, I generally like to streak the tight end out of the backfield, put the running back on a wheel route, and leave the B receiver as is. Now we can put him on a drag if we think it's zone or if we want to hit underneath. Of course we're going to mix it up from time to time. So I like to put a drag. That's really the only difference. So it's either the drag or I'll just leave it as is, but this is my main setup. Now, I talked about before how the wheel routes we want to pass lead to the inside, or if it's zone, we just kind of wait and then we can hit him deep, hopefully in the end zone. We can pass lead the tight end streak out of the backfield, either inside or outside based on coverage. We can hit the wheel route, of course, against man if they're blitzing. We can wait if it's zone. I mean, there's so many things that we can do to this play. I mean, I absolutely love it, which is why I showed you earlier in the year. But double flex wing has become a little more popular, so I think it's the perfect formation to show you guys this from. Lots of things we can do. So we can also pass lead the B route to the inside, or we can just throw a regular bullet and click on and cut it off. The best thing about this play is that every single route is unbumpable. The only time we're ever going to get bumped is particular zone routes, or zone defenses to the slot receiver. He'll get bumped a little bit from time to time on certain zones, but definitely not man. Everyone's going to run free. So the way we want to throw this is by pass leading down once our X receiver is about to make his cut. Now again, you've heard me all year talk about practice mode. I'm about to snap this ball, and I cannot promise you that it's going to work in practice mode, but I will promise you that in game, once you get that timing down, it is 100% against man defense. Let's go ahead and take a look. So he's about to make his cut, we pass lead down, and of course it doesn't work. But the way that it's going to work in game is you're going to see that the defender, once we pass lead down, so right about here, just when he's about to make his cut, I probably could have thrown that actually a little bit earlier, to be honest with you. I think I waited a little bit more just because I knew I was trying to explain. But just before he makes his cut, so right about there is probably when we want to pass it. And the defender is really just going to go a couple yards off the receiver. It's going to be a really easy catch. We also want to make sure that our fastest, most agile receivers at this spot is just going to make yards after the catch a little bit better. So let me throw it a little bit earlier, and we'll see if it works. Okay, so we're not quite getting the separation in practice mode, but again, you guys will watch my videos all year long. You know you can trust me, and I'm going to show you gameplay footage. It's one thing I've stuck by all year long, is that gameplay footage tells the truth, and this play is absolutely money. It's extremely hard to defend, especially when you add in the read option out of lots of different formations. Here, we just pass lead to the inside on this wheel route, and we're able to click on against man defense. Even with the tight end streak, even against man defense, as you can see on the right hand side. Oh wow, Pryor. I wouldn't necessarily recommend him throwing too many deep routes unless you've got him in a league, because that was absolutely brutal. But even with the tight end running that streak route, I actually like it because the pass leading really interferes. So even though they're kind of, I generally don't like routes to run into each other, but if we click on and this is a decent pass, we're still going to be able to make a play right here. As you can see, I've clicked on and I've pulled the wide receiver away from the defender. So there's really nothing that's going to get in my way here. I'm going to get a catch, and at worst, I mean, that player might even make a block, and I might even get into the end zone. It was just a terrible pass. So go ahead and check out the gameplay footage. I promise you this, if you've been using PA wide receiver in, this improves your success rate tenfold. You can even do it against zone. For example, you know, if we go to like a cover 3, what we want to do is once we see that that slot's going to get potentially bumped. He didn't bump there again. I don't know. I really don't get practice mode. In a cover 3, this guy is going to get bumped every single time. For whatever reason, he didn't there. Maybe it was because it was a little further off coverage. But once we see that that underneath guy isn't in that area, we just pass lead down, and we're going to get the same result. But, of course, be careful. You don't want to throw into zones when they're underneath. You're definitely going to get picked off. So a great play out of double flex wing, and just a great route all in all. Again, I hope you guys enjoy. I love that all you guys subscribed. It's been a great year so far. I can't wait for NCAA and Madden to come out because things are going to be fresh. And, you know, like I said, I appreciate it. Don't forget to visit thegamerslab.com.
1st and 10. The throw to the left. Secures it with 2 hands. Trying to work that left side. Hauls it in for the 1st down. That's a touchdown.
Well, you got to.
2nd down and 10. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. Panthers get a first. The quarterback throw has it. Touchdown.
For the defense.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Looks to his left. Panthers get a 1st down. Down here. Looks to his left. The Panthers get a 1st down. 2nd down and 12. He'll fire it out to the left. That reception picks up the first.